All right, market's about to open up here. All right, market's open. Haven't marked down my levels yet, but do that real quick. All right, nice little sell-off so far. Volatility's not bad either. So we got 13 on the ATR already, which is quite nice. Definitely, we can work with that. So we're kind of struggling to go lower too much here. We did get a bearish close there. Still kind of struggling to really go lower here. See if we build out like a bear flag or something. That could be tempting. If we kind of follow this for a little bit and then break through it. Let's see, what news do we have today? Looks like not too much news today. There is something at 8:15, so I guess I'll just mark so we're kind of aware of it. Don't know if it's a real high impact news, but it is there. And then I think the main thing we might be cautious of is at 10:20 Palace speaks, but yeah, I don't think that's one of his main things that he's talking about. Or I don't know if he'll be talking about super important things, but we'll see. Alright, there's that little push through. We didn't quite build out a super nice bear flag, but I mean that's the move right there.
Order canceled.
Just making sure
Order
my
submitted. Order canceled.
stuff is working for later. Seller's coming through nicely now. Looks like we're about to take out that previous low over here. ATR is up to a 20, so another kind of volatile day here, which is good. We might get a bounce.
Order
We might
submitted.
get a bounce off this overnight low. It's kind of what I'm... We got a bit of selling, but I think that could be a good spot to do a little sweep. And then push back up a little bit. So we'll see how we react around here. Might be falling knife here, but I think shouldn't be too bad. We've been selling off all night. So let's see if we can get this move. We are about to close the candle. If we bounce a lot before we get down there, probably take the order off. It might kind of...
Order stop filled.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might just kind of sweep down through. Maybe should have waited. That was pretty heavy too. Lost a little extra there. Down 300 instead of 250. There you go. Try and go for the retest. That's what I typically would look for, but sometimes that initial rejection is also a good move. Just not this time.
Order submitted.
I don't know if we're gonna get it though. I think we're just gonna dump lower and lower right now. Might not get the retest. This is at that 500 level as well, so it is again good level there. Like the sec level, 24,500. Another reason why it could have been a good bounce. Unfortunately, it was not. But yeah, nice close below it. So I
Order
imagine
filled.
this retest should be good.
Stop filled.
Yeah, I don't like that volatility there. We got most of it there, but yeah, we just kind of like bounced right back up very quickly. Good break even there. Looks like it would have been a losing trade if I did not. So yeah, it is definitely finding a little support here at the overnight lows. Just a little unfortunate that we were a little early on the support, trying to get the bounce right there. Reza, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I believe we're almost at 200 followers, so kind of cool.
Order submitted.
I was hoping for a little bit more of a pullback, but I think if we kind of get back to these overnight lows and take this out, we should be looking pretty nice. So far my luck today has not been the best. We'll see if that changes here or not. Definitely don't want to overtrade too. Obviously, just took a couple trades already, like right in here. I think if we break through these lows, we break through them.
Order filled.
No,
Stop
we're
filled.
just bouncing. We're just get some green. Do you catch the shorts? No, I mean I was looking. I mean this bear flag wasn't bad, but it wasn't the greatest, and it was a little early for me. And then wait until candle close. I mean, yeah, but that's not what I've been doing. So could have waited for the close, but sometimes the candle closes down here, and I can't get short down here personally because that just feels not the smartest. But we took these lows out, and like you can see, the bear flag is playing out. It just came in and then went up and stopped me out. And like I've been saying, I've been trying to keep this static 250 risk to reward just to see kind of how it works, kind of being static and just letting my trades kind of win or lose. Because obviously if I put my stop all the way up here, it would have been a better spot for my stop. And obviously it would have worked out great for this trade. But also would have been risking quite a lot there. Would have been risking like 37 points, over $750. That 590 area is a weird area. Yeah, it is a little bit. We do have that overnight low. I was kind of hoping we could hold it and push lower, which we did. It's just a little unfortunate that we have. Let me move these. We just had like some of these candles that were just a little weird. Dylan tapping in. Welcome back. There's some news all week too. It definitely could be. The volatility is definitely higher than normal, like 25 points. Which is, again, that's why this bear flag from however you want to kind of draw this. But if you're getting in right here, and then you have your risk up here, that's 37 points, which is typically a lot. But thank you for the roses again. Appreciate it. Yeah, it looks like we are getting lower. It would have been a good sell off the close of that candle. But also, sometimes with these bear flags, you get like that kind of momentum move down, and then that's kind of it, right? So it can be a little tough for sure. Don't want to miss the move, but also it is always good to confirm the move for sure. Definitely can't argue with that. We'll see what happens. See if we get any more continuation lower. Might take another trade, try to make back some of this loss. Yeah, I just got a little unlucky, I think. This first trade, we just tried to get like a little bounce here, and it just went right through it. A little unfortunate, but maybe should have been more patient for that, because it did hold here and go up, just not quite with my 12.5 points, because obviously the market's pretty volatile. And then try to get a retest, and we did get a nice bounce, and then but we just quickly ate it up and didn't hold. So we went break even, and obviously that was pretty good because volatility is a little wicky here. Yeah, we kind of wicked all the way back up here, and then it kind of came back. Had a doji candle. Thought we get the break, which we did. But yeah, it basically got me in here, went up, stopped me out, and then went down. So that's just, I don't know what you're supposed to do about that, personally. Except I mean, have a wider stop, of course. But again, these 50k counts, it's hard to risk too much more than like 250 per trade, unless I do just take like one trade a day. Because you definitely don't want your losses to add up too much. The range pretty high right now. I mean, it looks kind of trendy, but that I am just looking at like the, oh no, even like the higher time frames, it's definitely got like a nice little kind of downtrend from just the overnight session. Kind of breaking out of this kind of range. Oh yeah, I hate it when it makes those V shapes as well. It's my least favorite time to trade, is when we just get like a V bottom, and we don't even have like some sort of manipulation move to go back up, like a reversal. Like if we just like bottom this and go all the way back to the top of the range. Speaking of range, where is the, I don't know where my indicator is for the 15 minutes. Yeah, it's just gone. It's kind of annoying. Man, let me fix this. My opening range 15-minute indicator is gone. It's just gone. Alright, there it is. So keep an eye on that for sure. Ooh, Dylan's long. Might be a good spot, but also because we are getting above this 9 EMA here and kind of holding it well, which would be good for the long. I would be a little cautious though with the overnight lows right here in case we do hold them and go lower. I mean, the buyers are definitely really strong right now, so hard to argue against it. I made some green last night, so I'm just chilling. Yeah, that's a good feeling right there. Make your money, you're chilling. There's no point in like getting back in the market, right? Just take the stress away, be happy, and take the win. If we get a nice close above, I might try another retest off this to go higher. Oh, Dylan's TP is 528 with 10 micros. Looks like we could get it. We could definitely get it here. Yeah, kind of rejecting the overnight lows like we were kind of talking about. Trying to find me a Chinese girlfriend. Oh. Well, nice. Hey, I mean, good for you. Hopefully you can find yourself a Chinese girlfriend. But yeah, big denial there after overnight lows. But it looks like it might get back up there. Yeah, buying definitely is pretty strong right now. Yeah, still holding this 90 MA. Yeah, the 90 area, definitely this could turn into a little bit of a chop range right here for sure. And if we don't break out of it higher or reject back lower. Yeah, definitely good spot to be careful. It still was a good bear flag though. Just a little volatile. Should have had a wider stop, but again, putting my entry was like right here. If I put my stop all the way up here, $750 stop. I mean, I can't quite do that on a 50K account unless I size down, which also is a reasonable thing to do, but it could have hit my profit target just as quickly as it hit my stop loss. So it just kind of is what it is, but it looks like we are continuing back lower, rejecting the 90 MA there. So let's see if we get back below 15-minute range low. It looks like my chart is a little incorrect though. I think it should be at the bottom of this candle. Let me fix that. I think it's because the indicator is just like off by a minute. You can see like right here, 7:45. Then the way it lines up, it like lines up with this candle instead of this candle, but this candle is the 7:45 candle. So I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. Alright, looks like we are getting up. So I was doing something. We're getting a little push up there. It's kind of a big bull flag, even though not in an uptrend. So again, kind of a tough spot for me to be like, oh, I'm going to take the bull flag. But it is quite nice. Alright, that should be more accurate. Yeah. Oh, this could be a good move up here though. Take out these highs, maybe retrace back down and then continue higher. Yeah, get up here, retracing this gap, and then away we go. And yeah, we did hold the overnight lows, get back above them. So that's a good like kind of sweep of all that liquidity down there. Could be very good long. Might try it. We'll see. Was stressed for a minute, lol. Hey, I would have been too. It did look like we were going back lower, but then we got that nice doji candle and held up. And then we just skyrocketed back up there. Right to 528 and beyond. So yeah, we get a little pullback. Could be a good long here. It is a little bit bigger of a move though. Like typically one like this, I would get in somewhere in here, put my stop below here, but that might be like 50 points. So should have held. Hey, hindsight's always 20/20. It's always easy to say I should have held, should have went for more or whatever. But at the end of the day, you made money. So you followed your rules, made some money. On another day, this could have easily turned into it went to 528 and then went all the way back down to your stop loss. And so if you did hold, you'd be saying the opposite. You'd be saying Oh, I should have taken profit, right? So that's where trading can definitely be tough for sure. Still going higher, still looking good. Yeah, see if we get a pullback of something here. Still need to fix this little thing here. There we go, get rid of all that junk right there. Alright, let's see what we do here. Could have a 5-minute inversion coming up, but the only problem with that is it's 140 points. Holy cow. It's been a little bit since we've had this kind of volatility. I like it, but it does make it a little tough to trade for sure. Yeah, as of now, I am probably planning on taking that 5-minute inversion. But again, we'll see what happens in the next 3 minutes here on the 5-minute. It is 140 points from the 420s all the way to the top of the fair value gap. So it does make it a little tough. If you're trading a micro, it's $280 of risk, so that's still quite a bit. Well, I mean, I guess it's comparable. It's like a little scalp or whatever. But if you're trading an actual mini, that's $2,800. Wild. All right, 2 minutes until the close. Also top of the hour, which can definitely move the market a little bit. I don't think there's any news, but there is just the hourly candle close. But the hourly candle close is looking pretty bullish, I'd say, with just a big old wick like that. So again, looking good to continue the longs here, I think. Unless we really just sell off here in the next 2 minutes. Which could definitely happen. It's happened before. Tech flew down 5,009. Or 555. Are you talking about like price? Or are you talking about like your P&L? Because the 5,009 is definitely not a good P&L to not a good P&L to be at. Oh, you're talking about my P&L down 550. Yeah. No, I just got 2 small losses earlier trying to kind of play off the bear flag, which again, it did work. It just like had this candle, it went down and then it basically went up, stopped me out. And I just didn't want to put my stop all the way at the top here because it was $750 worth of risk with 1 mini. And then it went on, so that sucks. And then I just tried to get like a little bounce off the overnight lows, which we did hold it and go higher, but I wasn't able to get anything before getting stopped out. So a little unlucky. It is a little more volatile of a day. But yeah, just 2 trades with my 250 stop. A little bit of slippage on one of the orders for 295. We did get to like a break even too. But yeah, I kind of just chopped around there for a little bit. Definitely, I got a little
Order
unlucky.
submitted.
But yeah, only down 555, which it's definitely like an amount to lose that's not, it doesn't hurt on the 50k accounts. But obviously, a little unfortunate. Might have to like be careful taking any more trades on this account just so I don't lose any more. But if I do find a really good setup, I probably it'd be hard not to take it. Why you ain't using 8 micros, then you gotta scale your risk for high volatility. Yeah, I mean that is true. Using micros and scaling the risk a little bit. I guess back here, the ATR was still a little bit lower, like just above a 20, which was, it's higher, but it's still enough that like it shouldn't just like chop around, stop me out. And it definitely, it very easily could have worked out well. But yeah, again, I'm keeping my risk still low, but definitely 12.5 points isn't much with moves like this. So that's where it can be tough. Oh, you didn't think that comment showed? No, I saw it. Just didn't quite get to it fast enough. But yeah, no, I should use micros a little bit more, but with the evals, I do trade a little bit more aggressive.
Order filled.
I would say I am in a micro long though on another account, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that feels good. But yeah, the goal of like some of these, if you got chopped up because your stop had less relative room than normal, you're not adjusting your risk. That's true. That is true. But like I said, around this time, I didn't think the volatility was too high for my stop loss. Relatively. But then this candle right here kind of proved me wrong, which is when the volatility started to go up. But you're definitely right. Because yeah, like these 3 selling candles have definitely pushed up the volatility. That is true. In general, we have been up. Yesterday it worked out for me just fine. But it was a day where gotta be a little more careful. Some people probably were sizing down. But yeah, it worked out for me yesterday. But the volatility has been up. So I should have, yes, in general it has been up. But again, if you look back at the ATR and just like how the market was moving, like it was moving down a nice downtrend. But we were still only at a 15 to 20 ATR, which is completely normal for the NASDAQ. But now that we're up to a 30, 28, obviously that's where not as ideal. So yeah, definitely could have read it better, could have expected it to be more like this, potentially. But as far as just reading the market as it was moving in the present, I didn't have too much of a problem going for just a quick 12.5 point move. Because again, kind of looking for just a scalp, not really a move. Just a quick little reaction, which yeah, I got stopped out, but also I could have just as easily hit my profit target within a very quick window, if that makes sense. Okay, so you make the most of your money on high ATR and have to lower my risk for lower ATR. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense though. That does make sense. All right, I get a nice little push up now though. Consolidate for a second. Now we're pushing up. We're up almost. What is that? We're also, like basically 50 points off my entry here on this 5-minute move. So that's pretty cool. 50 points is pretty killer. So this one I did size down. We're only in a micro, so we're risking 281 with my stop loss down at the lows. So yeah, definitely agree with you. Definitely do not disagree. Well, certain accounts I do trade a little bit differently, just with, again, kind of a quick scalp play for that 10, 12 points. Maybe it should have been like 15, 20 today, but again, trying to be consistent. And with other accounts, I do, obviously, like with this, it's like I'm going for like the overall move here, and it's very, very much an opportunity. I mean, if I took one mini on this, that's $2,800 of risk, and I don't know who can do that. I was banking on making $1,000 a day on one trade a day. When I doubt because he turned I'd had to re-engineer my strat. Yeah, no, it's definitely hard to make $1,000 in a day when obviously the volatility is not there, unless you like size up with the mic like more and more contracts, which obviously is always a thing as well. But obviously, yeah, with the lower ATR, the market moves a little bit differently in general. So what can you do? But it does sound like you are managing your strategy well considering the market conditions. Because yeah, for the past, we've been kind of talking about on stream since like August, September, until like this last week or two, the volatility has been really low. The ATR has been like almost like a high of a 12 or 13, and then like the low of like a 6 throughout the day, at least on NASDAQ. So it's been very, very choppy, very low volatility. So yeah, definitely got to adjust when the market changes and does this. But I have definitely traded this kind of momentum and volatility before, so it's not new to me, but it is a bit of an adjustment for sure. Exactly. Yeah, when the ATR drops from 11 to 15 to 4 to 5, especially like after like 10, 11 o'clock. I mean, yeah, like even like for my trade, it's like if I was taking my 12.5 point scalp, it's like that 12.5 points is going to take like 30 minutes to hit. Not quite, but definitely longer than like 1 or 2 minutes, which is what I'm kind of typically looking for. It's like a 1-2 minute trade. But yeah, with this volatility, that's kind of a couple 10-second trade. Yeah, so far this trade looking pretty good. We'll probably go break even once we kind of get towards some of these highs. But I do like to let these trades just kind of do their thing a little bit. Don't want to stress about it. We could get a bull flag here, so I want to keep my eye on that. "40 seconds till this kind of closes. See what happens here. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, 9 points is definitely a lot easier with the higher ATR versus low ATR. Yeah, definitely don't disagree with anything you said. Definitely manage your risk, adjust for the volatility in the ATR. Yeah, I could definitely like the long there. Ooh, down in the shorts. We did get a nice selling candle there. Pretty good, but I would be a little cautious of this bull flag. If we get back above the 605s, I imagine we kind of push higher. But this big red candle would definitely be concerning for the buyers, and then obviously good for the I forgot what I was saying, but definitely could take these lows out and continue lower. TP at 548. Ooh, so you're gonna get all the way down here. Hopefully it works out. I might try one more move. Probably should size down, but
Order submitted.
I don't quite have time to set up my other chart with the mic. I should have been more prepared for that, but we'll see what happens. It'll probably be a lesson learned for sure, but oh yeah, I heard like a typical NASDAQ like ETR, just like a 30-point move I think used to be like very big on the NASDAQ, which is literally like from here to here, like, which is almost like a typical thing now.
Order canceled.
It looks like we could continue lower. Could be. Could be making the move lower here, unless we do get back up there, but it is definitely looking a little kind of indecisive here. I'm just thinking how the people making money. That's what I was thinking too. Like, unless they're literally just trading like more contracts, right? But then you're paying more in fees and stuff, so who knows? Who knows?
Order
I
submitted.
still kind of like this. Like, again, we
Order
get
filled.
that little push up. And see that, not to
Target
say,
filled.
not to say that, again, you're definitely right about sizing down, but like when I can just get a little piece of the pie, obviously my risk is the same. It's 1-to-1 no matter what. And obviously, like, yeah, I could have sized down, put my stop lower, and then obviously had a higher target. But at the end of the day, like if it's gonna get that momentum push, which is what I'm looking for, is that like I want to be right kind of right away, if that makes sense. So definitely don't disagree with what you're saying. And obviously got a little unlucky earlier today, but obviously with this trade, I got my 12.5 points really quickly, and it was, I mean, that was an easy, beautiful trade. So we'll take it. Now we're only down 310. Good bull flag there. Not so good for Dylan though. Hopefully he's not still short. Blessed to be living in this time, not that. Oh, amen. Amen. Looking good though. We are up, what, 65 points from my entry, my original entry on this 5-minute trade, down at 560. $300 loss. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Especially since you said you were up like 880, so now you're only down like 580. Or no, it's still up 580. My bad, my bad. Actually, nah, don't scale if you haven't practiced it. That's also valid. And that's what I might say to others as well. It's just like, you follow your strategy, right? Because as soon as you start doing things, like that's where it is tough. Because a lot of people come in the chat like you, and obviously you're very intelligent, and you have a lot of time in the market, and you know what you're doing. But obviously, everyone looks at the market differently and trades differently. So that's where it's like, I love hearing from other people and like learning from them. but sometimes it is like, oh, like, why didn't you go short? Or like, obviously that's a short. You should go short now because of this or because of that. And it's like, yeah, that might be a good short for you, but like, it's not a good short for me because I don't take those shorts. You know? And if I'm not 100% confident in the short or the move, then like, obviously I shouldn't be taking it. But doesn't mean you're wrong either. I scale in thirds, 1/3, then 2/3, and hit TP or trail momentum. Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, it sounds like you know what you're talking about. So definitely something I'll try and implement. Because someone was in the chat a little while ago, and they were kind of talking about like just having like a static risk reward, which that's what I'm kind of trying with this eval, is like just 12.5 points, 250 every time. So as long as I can keep my win rate above a 1, I can obviously keep my losses relatively low, but then if I can obviously keep winning, I can still make profit, which is kind of what I'm trying. But it's a little bit new to me, so there we go. Nice little move up. My first entry having the largest risk size. The full size is 1/3 the original risk with 1 to 2 points, or 1 to 2 profits floating. Okay, okay. Sounds very, very good. I mean, sounds like it's working too. Again, I might have to implement some of that stuff for sure. Definitely. There is definitely like that appeal to certain trades, because even like this trade, a lot of traders that take trades like this will probably they usually do have like 4 or 5 kind of like it is high level stuff. It is definitely it's less simple. And I think there is an argument to be said about keeping trading simple. One more trade for Dylan. Okay, okay. But there's definitely an argument to be said about keeping things simple with trading because it can be rough to overcomplicate things. But also on the same argument, there is value to having like a higher level of backtesting and strategy, which can kind of it can give you that edge over other people that do keep things too simple. But yeah, I mean, yeah, scaling definitely allows you to tip the RR scale massively. Exactly. But yeah, like with a trade like this, obviously this is 1 micro, so like you physically cannot have more positions without risking more than $280. Because this is 140 points or whatever. But typically, yeah, like on a bigger trade like this, to scale down, can you go below a micro? Or are you just saying that like obviously I could be in more micros? But yeah, typically traders will have like they'll have a profit target somewhere like here, they'll have the profit target here, they'll have another one, they'll have like their runner up here. Scale up and risk less. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Trade's still looking good though. We're just kind of chilling. We're up 70 points. We could probably go break even soon. It would suck to give back some of this profit, so that's where I would maybe like lock in some of this, like $80 maybe, or like there. But I do like just kind of letting it do its thing. Put it here for now, but might lock in some profits here as well. The lock-in point is a scaling point. Okay, now I see I see what you're saying, because I also have experimented with that. Again, not something I'm like do a lot, but I remember especially with Apex because I was trading with them and they kind of had all their dumb rules about dollar cost averaging, and it was like, oh, I can't like obviously I can't dollar cost average down here to get like a better overall entry, but if I'm in profit like right now, it's like yeah, I could buy another contract and then kind of keep my stop above break even up here. And then now I'm in double the size, so if it continues up, now I'm making twice, not twice, but like almost 1.5 times the money. So it's not something I've done a lot of, but like I definitely have tried it before. Looks like we're almost up 100 points. So this is really awesome. I might just lock in like $100. But it would suck if it just came all the way back down and stopped me out. But if it's going to go, I mean, it's going to go and that'll be great. But that makes sense, yeah. Because yeah, if I bought right up here to kind of add into this position, it probably would move my relative break-even point right here. But then I'd be in more contracts and more size. So I do like that. I do like that. And that's something I've done. I think I've just there's just a few times where I did that and I felt like every time I got stopped out break even because as soon as I was like, oh, I'll buy another contract here, then it just came back down and stopped me out for nothing instead of like stopping me out at like a small win of $100 or something like that. But I do understand the principle and I do like it. I might start implementing that more. Yeah, proper scaling, stronger RR. Yeah, crazy trade so far, up 100 points just about. I guess like 95, but see if it continues higher or not. Going back over here, this actually could be
Order submitted.
a little retest off this Tokyo level, Tokyo low from earlier. Let's keep an eye on that. But it might just go without me, which is totally fine. If you do it, I recommend using half your normal size as a practice. Yeah, that makes sense, especially if you are scaling in. Because yeah, you could easily like scale in, keep the risk really low, and then just kind of add into it. And like obviously, yeah, taking a break even, not the end of the world at all. So this candle is a little
Order filled.
wiki there. We are again that's kind of what we look for is that quick bounce. Oh shoot, my order's not. Oh no. My order is stuck. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Chat, what do I do? It says I'm up $500. It won't let me close my order. I don't know if this is news or something. I'm clicking close. Is there... Yeah, no, I mean, there's another... I have my chart things over on the right. I'm trying to close it, but like you can see, like, I can't move or like... It is the market makers. I mean, technically this is awesome if I am up $150. And I do have obviously the stream. I do have it like recording as well. So on YouTube, everyone on YouTube is seeing this. This is crazy. This is good.
Order filled.
Oh shoot.
Order filled.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what just happened. They literally violated me. Like, shoot. Well, because I was clicking close all. I didn't click the short button. I was just trying to flatten. But basically, I got my 250. And then it got me short somehow right here. And then short again. And then two shorts.
Target filled.
I did win this trade though for $281. So that's awesome. That's 140 points. But what the heck was this? I should be up $800, chat. What's go? All right. So for those of you who, yeah, I think I might, because I am on a propfirm as well, take profit trader. So I think I should be able to send that in and see what they say. Because yeah, I mean that's just, you could blame like, oh, I shouldn't be trading during news, but like, what news was that? You know, like unless there's a tweet, I definitely could blame TradeAbate there, because I think someone in the chat also said that they had the same issue on NinjaTrader. So it could also be a, yeah, I did screen record and got it all on the stream. Like it's, yeah, that I do appreciate that advice, because I think that is something I'll try and do here. Because I mean, they might argue that like, oh, well, you were trying to like cancel or sell your order, but I mean, NinjaTrader has a close all button, at least I do, and I'll change to a sim account here just so I can like practice it. But if I click close all right now, it's not doing anything, right?
Order filled.
If I buy and click close
Order
all,
filled.
even if I spam it, it doesn't make me sell. So, right, everything has a close all. Like it should have just flattened things. I will say, just for, I think the obvious lesson here, like that if that happens in the future, it probably would be smart just to like keep hands off. But also it's hard to know if like this original long did actually work. So that's where it's, oh, you say calling for revenge trading? Yeah, no, I mean, you're definitely right on that. I don't think I'm going to be taking more trades after that, especially on this account. And then obviously I'm up 140 points on this account. We're chilling. But like, holy crap. Hey, well, chat, we were right. I mean, we retest out that level and we exploded. Yeah, not sure. Hopefully take profit trader will help me out with that a little bit. Oh, yeah, that would definitely cause guys to tilt. But I think what is helping is just knowing that like there wasn't anything I did wrong. I think I tilt the most when I like make mistakes personally. I appreciate the voucher. Thank you. Thank you. Time to sell. Maybe, who knows? I don't even know what to think anymore. So far we're long and strong, but we definitely could get a little resistance up here at the London high coming up here. London high is right there. Yeah, that's a good spot to be in. I think it's hard to get to that point, to never let the emotions take the better of you. But I've been doing better too, and that's been a big difference with my trading. I think streaming helps too, just because there is a little bit of like that there's pressure, but also it's like I'm less likely to make mistakes when people are watching, I think. And like knowing that. But yeah, I think realistically here, I didn't make any mistakes. I mean, you could say I panicked a little bit like by clicking like the close all button too many times, or maybe whatever, but I don't know how like this happened. And obviously just like the whole thing glitched out. So yeah, hopefully that was like an issue for other people as well, because that would make it a lot easier for them to say like, hey, sorry for everyone that happened to. There's a trader bait problem or whatever, Ninja Trader, and that'd be easier to get the compensation. But no, yeah, I think with the video evidence, I should still be fine. So we'll have to try and hopefully take care of that. But obviously, yeah, for now, probably be careful trading. Or might kind of be done here soon. But we'll keep watching the charts. Looks like there was a good short off the London high. Another nice little rejection there. Definitely could keep selling off. All the way back down. That'd be crazy if we went all the way back to the lows. We have a long ways to go. Could happen though. Could happen. Well, that'll definitely get your heart rate going. I thought I was kind of chilling for a sec. I was like up 800. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. And then it finally closed and I'm down 900. I was like, oh, never mind. Sell on the green candle. Good work. Good work. Probably going to start chopping soon. Short momentum and long equals chop. Yeah, no, that's what I was kind of thinking. We made that move lower, swept the overnight lows, now we made the move higher. Took advantage of it here, which was nice, but then the chances of there being another nice move down is definitely a lot lower. Still could happen, but I definitely would not be surprised as well as if we get a chop just kind of even in between, kind of from up here down to here, and we kind of chop around. Oh, hi is saying it's not going to chop. It's going to sell. I mean, oh shoot, yeah, I put some bets on it. Oh boy. Could hold up here and be a bull flag, potentially. But I will not be taking it. Oh yeah, I think he was saying put buy, like just like put a buy on, not like do a put. But yes, in options that would be a short. Looks like we're kind of holding here though, could break up higher. Yeah, no, that's just funny though. Yeah, it was. Best interest for sale. Oh boy, let's see what happens. I'm invested now. I'll eat my protein bar and enjoy the show. See if the sell is correct or if we break out this bull flag, which is what I'm kind of thinking personally. Oh, it is. I don't know, 5-minute's looking pretty bullish to me. We had one red candle, but I don't think that means we're, one red candle is one red candle. We had one red candle here, and then we blasted up. So if that's, I'm sure there might be some more things that you're looking at for confluence, but definitely we took out all these highs, and it is very bullish looking to me. I definitely would personally need a lot more confirmation to go short on this. Because we didn't even we had this little pullback, but again, this is a bull flag. And for me to go short, I would probably want it to come back down and take out these lows and make like the lower high here. And then it's like, okay, like maybe we're taking some lows, we're changing the trend a little bit. That could be something. But in general, it's such a higher time frame. And we clearly have a strong, recovery move like he was saying. Yeah, I would definitely agree. Miss the short and then the big long. It could continue long, and that's where you could just try and find like little pullbacks and continuations. It just kind of turn into a long and strong kind of day. But chop would also be a very, very reasonable thing to expect in my opinion also. That's facts. Bulls and bears both make money, but the greedy pigs get sent to the slaughter. Good rejection there. Yeah, I mean I'd say we held this level a little bit. And if we continue to hold and push lower, could be a sign. Could be a good tell. But so far we're already back up here. So definitely not trying to say you're wrong, but I am my personal opinion is I would not be going short yet. Damn, he ain't answering my question. Yeah, what can you do? We're definitely holding here, and as time goes on, again, if we can't obviously get above this level, could be a good level. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Like I said, I'm here for it. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy, see what happens. Oh yeah, he's definitely just gonna disappear into a bush. That's typically what happens. Nah, he's still here. He's still here. Yeah, I'm curious as well, because he could be right. Time will still obviously tell. But I'm curious as well, like, what his thoughts are on why it's a short versus a long. Because he said, look at the 5-minute candle, or like the 5-minute chart. But like we both said, like, I guess if you're looking at like the overall trend, like we have had a lot of selling trend. But then obviously, yeah, we had a lot of this recovery, and I'd call this like a break of structure, which could then lead to like a reversal of this move. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we make it up here, you know, just throughout the day or the next couple, maybe the next couple of days, but we definitely could get back up to the 25,000s. Obviously, I'm not always right, so I'm definitely curious about his plan and strategy as well. Just kind of like what the thoughts are. Because I don't think, like, there's so many ways to look at the market that, like, it's hard to say someone's, like, just wrong. Because obviously, like, if they were just wrong, then obviously, like, that would mean that we were just right. And if we were right, it's like, oh, like, we should be making a bunch of money on these trades, which to some extent we kind of are. But look at all these dojis, though. This is some of that chop consolidation. One hour EMA, daily EMA in the same place. Interesting. Yeah, that's another thing. If you're talking ES versus NASDAQ, that could definitely make a difference as well. Yeah, look at this. Look at this little chop, though. This 1 minute's getting ugly. We're going absolutely nowhere. A little pullback there. I'm always down to hear some theory. Running length EMA is just a higher time frame. 9 length EMA. Interesting. Never heard that before, but definitely not like disagreeing. I wouldn't know. I could not confirm or deny that. But you're probably right. And like obviously, they align. Check the time frames. See, I'd have to like go into my trading view and change it. Honestly, I'm not gonna check it. I'm gonna take your word for it, just because then I'd have to change my EMA to the 20 and then change like the time frame. Maybe I'm just really lazy, but I'm gonna take your word for it. That's why I stopped using the 20 and just the 9. Yeah, no, 9 is typically what I look for and like what I'm looking at. But I do have the 21 here, which could be a little different, but it probably is just a little bit of a higher time frame thing to kind of maybe keep an eye on. Use a little bit of that support and like whatever you want to call it. But yeah, kind of just chopping. We are still holding the 9 EMA, so that's good for the buyers. 1260 EMA is a 1 hour 21 period. Oh, there you go. Yeah, here's that chop we are talking about. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting to Chop City. There's some nice sellers though. Did you miss this GPT? Not yet. I did log in. Alright, yeah, I couldn't find like the little support thing, but here we go. I'll send a little message. The faster the better. Yeah, nah. I'm working on I am typing it out as we speak. Just keeping up with the chat a little bit on the stream, but also yeah, at first I couldn't like find on the website where it was, but I do got it up right now. All right. Still waiting for an actual person to join the chat or whatever. But I did send a nice little description of what's going on to their AI agent. Oh, looks like we have made some moves lower. See, now this could be some good little opportunity to go short. Now that we're below the EMAs, we've broken structure to the downside. And still making our way lower. Looks like he's hovering around break even potentially if he got the close of the 1031 candle. But he was below it. Oh, can you hear that? That's my bad. Typically, like, it doesn't come up on the mic, but I might have had it a little bit too close. That's on me. This is a protein bar. Gotta get that protein in. Yeah, let's see if Take Profit Trader gets back to me and get that resolved the way you chew it. It's a crunchy protein bar, okay? Kind of zoned out too. Sounds like a protein bar. Oh, I missed that message, the way you chew it. Yeah, the sound, that makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, the shorts may have been a little short-lived. We'll see if we hold these EMAs and play this out. Kind of a bear flag. A little ugly, but could still work out. But also, I would still be on the side of we kind of have these lows here and these highs, and we might chop kind of between here and here for a while. But also 5 minute, if that isn't a bull flag, I don't know what is. And we're playing it out right now. So 5 minutes looking very bullish to me. Higher time frame, bullish flag. Oh, there's that. Another little break. 5 minutes, bull flag. Looking beautiful now. Should have got in on that. Just kidding. We're chilling. We're up 281 on this account. 140 point trade. Actually, that's something to brag about. That might be one of my biggest trades, point wise. Obviously, volatility is pretty high today, so maybe it's not that impressive. But 140 points, pretty cool. $281. If that was a mini, that'd be 2,800. But no, yeah, great 5 minute bull flag. Like I was saying, getting towards the highs, but also we still could reject the highs and we could kind of create this range here. I'm going to remove this for now. This is the London high, which obviously we're kind of holding here. We'll just make it a little cleaner on the chart here. And the lines that I would probably draw are something like this. It's a little bit similar to the London high. Actually, that's like almost in the same spot. Looks like we did get a nice close up there about the highs. So it might continue higher here. It's looking like a bull flag as well in the 1 minute. Oh yeah, the market's always going to humble somebody. Or I'd say everybody, just at different times, different days. That's why it's always good and it is fun to like, you know, learn from each other, hear about different people's strategies and things, because obviously might not implement it or change my strategy based off what they say, but it's cool to learn and kind of share with each other, right? We're all on this journey together, regardless of our strategies. At the end of the day, we're all trying to make some money. Might be getting back to the range here. See if we can bounce off the London high there, though. Ain't humbling me. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. I shorted from the top on the 1 minute. TB hit for 25,000 or 2,500. My bad. Jeez, that's a good short right there. I'm curious, like, what would have inspired the short up there, but at that specific spot. But that, yeah, if you shorted like top of the 1 minute or one of these candles, I mean, that's pretty killer. Well done. Yeah, now that only went up like 60 points. No, he might have only needed like 2 or 3, because if he did get like the full 60 points, which obviously that's an assumption, he may have only gotten 50, which in that case it would have only been $1,000 per contract. But like 2.5 contracts. Or maybe he did catch like the 60 points, which would have maybe been just over 2 contracts. I don't know. 766, yeah, basically the top. 2 contracts. But yeah, we're kind of back to that range. Back to this range. It's a little bit of a choppy range. Why we got a chopper? Exactly. At least we didn't chop earlier today, but like we were kind of talking about, sort of what TechFlu was saying is with that big sell-off earlier in the day, and then the big buy up. I mean, swing low, swing high. Kind of only makes sense to kind of consolidate and chop now. Unfortunately. Yeah, definitely still bullish, but probably chop around a little bit before we continue higher, if we do. My guess would be we chop around for like an hour, maybe a little bit more. But then after lunchtime, we might continue higher. That'd be my kind of guess. But I appreciate all you guys hanging out on the stream. It's been good, fun chatting. Hopefully, yeah, we get that this little issue taken care of. That was a little unfortunate. Hopefully, got this chop for anyone who hasn't made some money yet. But we'll see what happens. If you're enjoying the stream, feel free to give me a follow, a like, all that fun stuff, or check out my YouTube as well. Subscribe, follow for more, all the fun stuff. I'll be back tomorrow, but I also am not leaving just yet. I'm just putting that out there for anyone who's new and who enjoys the stream. But yeah, I won't be surprised if we do a little chop it chop. All for Ben X, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. We're almost at 200. That is that next little milestone, I suppose. So that's pretty cool. But this consolidation, a little rough, a little rough. Might play some games, but also I don't have everything quite set up. I changed my setup back to just my normal PC setup. Yesterday I was kind of mentioning how I got my laptop and was streaming from my laptop, which worked well, and obviously it's a good kind of fail-safe, especially for YouTube in case things crash or anything, the stream doesn't just go dead. But at the same time, it's so much more simpler to have it all on one computer, especially like with the way I'm trying to do it. And if I do implement like any games or anything as well into the stream, it's hard to kind of get all of the overlays and like my second monitor to show up on the other PC. So it's a bit confusing. Not sure if I want to try and figure it out or just go back to what I was doing before, which typically worked besides the occasional crash. I don't see as consolidation. I see it as collecting orders. Interesting, interesting. Need a tariff tweet from Trump for real. If you're trying to go short, then that's definitely what you need. Well, unless it is like a positive news about tariffs, then the market could definitely go up. Best advice I can give, the market offers free meals one time a day. Eat it to grow tomorrow, not today. I like that. Yeah. There's definitely always always opportunities to make money with strategies and different things, but I do agree that typically there is, regardless of your strategy, there pretty much is one, maybe two, we'll call them kind of moves of the day. But even this like sell-off, I wouldn't even really consider that a move. We kind of just like continued the selling from the overnight. There wasn't much like move, like I don't know, setups here in my opinion, besides kind of this bear flag. We just made our way down. Obviously we swept the overnight lows, broke structure to the upside, and that's the move. And that's where I'd say like, yeah, there's typically only like one real good move a day. Whether it's before consolidation or after consolidation, typically that's how it goes. it does seem Take Profit Trader has been sending me, they finally sent me an email after my little contact thing. And they did say there's a, what is it? They're experiencing a higher than usual volume of customer inquiries in our chats. So it'll be a bit long before they get back to me. But that also could be a good sign of like other people having some issues and obviously trying to get some help. So hopefully we're chilling. Did they fix the issue? They did not fix it, but I did reach out to them and they did kind of get back to me saying like they'll send me an email and like it could take up to like 8 hours to kind of process the inquiry and just like the problem. And then they just sent me an email and like I said, they said they're experiencing a higher than usual volume of customer queries in our chats. So it's just going to take them a little bit longer to figure it out and find a resolution. But they'll get back to me as soon as they possibly can, is what they said. So still a little bit up in the air, but like I said, with all the higher than usual volume of customer inquiries and like people trying to get support from Take Profit Trader, I'm guessing other people had some issues too. But also could just be their support in general not being the best. But I imagine, like I said, there's probably just a lot of other people kind of in contact with them as well right now. But could be wrong. So far it's been pretty good. Like they've been pretty quick to kind of get back to me in like the little chat box and then the emails. But yeah, they just haven't actually officially like reviewed my concern and given me a decision yet. And obviously, like I still have to send over probably some video stuff if they're curious about it. But obviously, if there's a lot of other people complaining about it, they'll probably just fix it. But yeah, I'm definitely prepared to send them my stream or just like edit my recording and send them the little part of it. So frustrating. Yeah. A little bit for sure. But yeah, definitely kind of playing out what I was kind of looking at earlier. Almost exactly. Yeah, we kind of got these lows, kind of hit it again. Again, I don't know everything. I'm still learning as well, but yeah, definitely I'm on team chop. Not that I like chop, I'm definitely not team chop because I like chop. I hate chop, but that's definitely that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen for at least the next 30 minutes or more. But we'll see. It could break out of it anytime. But yeah, holding this little zone that we've made. We'll see how we continue to react up here. right, holding up the top of the range there. Yeah, part of me almost, like it's almost tempting sometimes because it is kind of not the hardest thing to kind of see this range kind of set up. And it's like, well, I mean, that would have been almost an easy, like, oh, just sell at the top of the range. But it's really tough to really know, or, exactly what it's going to do, where it's going to bounce, if it's going to break out of the range. That's why I never trade the range. But some people do definitely make some money doing it, so good for them. Should take 30 point TP. Don't know why I canceled my TP. Yeah, that's the tough part. Sometimes it's like, oh, should have held. But then sometimes it's like, oh, should have taken profit. So what can you do? My advice would be just be consistent. Whatever you do decide to do. If you're going to take profit, take profit. If you're going to hold for a bigger move, hold for a bigger move every time. Because eventually you'll catch a bigger move. But if you keep kind of switching between taking the 30 points and not taking the 30 points, then that's where you can run into issues of missing out on big wins, but also missing out on any wins. Oh shoot, we got some roses from all 4 Bennecks. I'm sorry I didn't even see that. I've just been distracted by the take profit here stuff, but appreciate the 20 roses. Thank you, sir. So we have about an hour until Powell speaks as well, which is something to definitely keep in mind. Joseph, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, we only need 3 more till 200. Kind of cool, kind of cool. Market price action though, not very cool right now. But like I said, probably done trading today anyways, just because I don't want to take any more trades on this account until I can possibly get things resolved. I am finding this conversation a little entertaining, but also definitely don't have too much hard feelings. I do want this to be a place of conversation, maybe even like debate and stuff, but I don't want there to be any contention, if that makes sense. But it has been interesting to read some of you guys' back and forth, but definitely don't be too contentious, I think is a good word. Calm, yeah, that's a good word for that. Calma. Charm. I think everyone's just a little on edge right now. Clearly, we got some bad price action here. That's the problem. That's the problem. And obviously, whatever the heck this was. Getting pretty tight here for sure. Might just be waiting for Pal to speak, honestly. But also, like we both have already talked about, the sellers made money, the buyers made money, and now we're just kind of sitting here at the highs, not making any moves, which was to be expected. Yeah, market's definitely waiting for Fed, I would say. We are getting a little break here, but we could still get stopped up here at the top of this flow swing high. I'm scared of Powell. Yeah, no. Powell can be a scary man. Hypothetically, though, if he's wearing a purple tie, that means the market's going to go up, but that's not financial advice. Ooh, a little break there. This could be the breakout we've been waiting for. Might continue higher now. Oh yeah, Wall Street probably makes a bunch of money from the chop. Just like that consolidation, make some money from both the buyers and sellers, and then they kind of let the market actually do its thing. I definitely agree with that. Still haven't quite broken above this high, but definitely could be continuing the uptrend here. This is a 15-minute 90 EMA bounce. Ooh, there we go. Does appear to be the case. Yeah, you've talked about that before, the 15-minute 90 EMA, and it does seem to get some nice bounces. Even like on NQ, I mean, I know you typically look at ES, like you said, but even NQ, it's pretty close to, it got pretty close to the 90 EMA. It didn't touch it, but like it did get within like 10 points of it, which on the 15 minute is kind of pretty close, I guess. That bandage just beefed with me and then left. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if he comes back. He must have gone bored. Sounds like he wasn't actually that into trading, but he was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if he trades or not. I couldn't quite tell. This could be some news though, yeah. I don't know what this quite is. That last minute candle was pretty slappy. Even this one, we're really moving now. Financial Juice is not saying anything, so I don't know what this could be, unless it is just like some volatility after this one, the consolidation. Yeah, it is the zone around the EMA. Oh, he's back. Or he's still here. I did not be with you, LOL. I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna stay out of it. You guys can. Yeah. Definitely seems like there's a little bit of conversation, maybe debate. Beef might not be the right word for it, but no, yeah, you guys. I'll stay out of it. Raptor X Trading, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I think we're at like 199 followers now. It's pretty small, but still pretty cool, I'd say. It's definitely, for me, it's a milestone. Yeah, it does align with the chop. Like we did have that kind of fake breakout, but then we stopped at that other high and then we got right back to the range. So yeah, definitely. Definitely some bad price action to where I also obviously would not be in a trade, so that is good. I'm a new person now. I'm not desperate for bad tariff news. What I hear TP for 9 points. There you go, there you go. Yeah, sometimes it's always smart and good to be cautious and stay out of trades when the risk is high. But sometimes it still plays out. Still would have worked. Look at this 5-minute chart though. I mean, we're just going nowhere. Definitely be careful, I would say. The fact that we're chopping like this, but we're still at a 20 ATR, 22. It's like some high volatility chop, which I would definitely be very cautious of. Definitely worth sizing down for sure. And then yeah, Powell speaking soon. Actually looks like there was a little news there at 9:40. It says the U.S. Trade Representative Greer, 100% U.S. tariffs on China could come sooner. So there's some tariff news for you. It didn't do a lot, but it did. I think that is what kind of affected some of these candles. There could be a little bit bullish news there. Or just finally, again, high volatility kind of breaking out of the consolidation here. Typically how the market likes to move. Once it consolidates for long enough, it gets tighter and tighter. Then once it gets out of the consolidation, that's when it kind of explodes a little bit. It's looking good for the longs again though. We might finally be out of the range. Continue higher. Didn't chop around quite as long as I thought, but we did chop around for. I guess it was a good like. Oh no, maybe it was longer than I thought. I'm trying to remember when I just kind of like was first talking. I think it was around here that I was like, yeah. Now I'm pretty confident that we're chopping. So I guess it's been about 30 minutes, which is what I kind of said. So we'll say I was about right on the money. Getting tired of trading stuff though. Catch you another time. I'm gonna go argue with the flat earthers. There you go. There you go. Sounds like a good time to me. But I appreciate you hanging out as always. I'll be back tomorrow. Yes, sir. Good luck to everybody trading. I'll probably end the stream here soon. Might give it another like 5-10 minutes. Just end around 10 o'clock. But yeah, like I said, kind of done for me. Just with some of the craziness going on, want to get things figured out with Take Profit Trader if I can, so I can get this account back to where it was, hopefully. But then we did break out of the chop, so there could be some opportunity here for those of you still trading. Might continue the longs here. We're getting close to the value area low of yesterday, which could be a good level to kind of get into and then go up to the top of the value area, potentially the New York high from yesterday. Who knows? We still have a long ways to go, but might not be out of the picture completely. What time is it again? My thing says on Financial Juice, it says 10:20 or 12:20 Eastern. Fed Pal speaks. That's what this website's saying, but that might just be like the start. He might not actually speak until like 12:30, I guess. But yeah, my thing is saying 10:20. How much are you gaining? If you're talking about trading, man, trading is a journey. So I mean, I'm probably gaining lots of things every single day. But as far as today, you can see my P&L at the top left, up 279 on this account, down 945 on this account. But also, this should not be negative 945. We had a kind of a glitch in the system. You can check out my YouTube stream to see what happened if you rewind it. But yeah, kind of crazy. Unfortunately, hopefully we can get some compensation for that. I feel like Powell's gonna make the market short. He definitely could. Depends on what he says. But the longs are really playing out still here. Very nice. When is news? It's in like 30 minutes. 12:20 Eastern. Or 10:20 my time. So coming up here in a little bit. Hypothetically. At least that's what one website is saying is 10:20. But I know some people in chat were saying it's like right at 12, so maybe be cautious here in the next 7 minutes. Or I think you can also just find it on YouTube. You can find the live stream of I can't see it anymore. I'm confused. Okay, there it is. Wait. Maybe I can't. Okay, I guess there's not a link on this website, but I think on YouTube you can find like the live Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell delivers Adam Smith Award lecture. Yeah. So if you want to stay up to date on when he starts speaking, probably just go and watch that. But yeah, right now there's no one speaking. Yeah, I use Forex Directory as well, and then also Financial Juice because sometimes it highlights different things, but usually they show pretty similar things. But yeah, Financial Juice is showing 10:20 for me, Fed Chair Powell speaks, or 12:20 Eastern. Are you gonna trade? I am not. No. Ian, thank you for the follow. I think we just hit our goal of 200 followers, so pretty sick. Appreciate all you guys. It's been a good stream. Yeah, I got quite a few people watching right now too. Yeah, if you're enjoying it, check out the YouTube, BangerTrades on YouTube, subscribe, leave a like, follow for more. Be back tomorrow. I would wait around for news, but oh, the Fripperus, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, I would wait around for news, but I'm kind of done trading anyways. Hopefully, I mean, we'll see what happens. Good luck to everyone who's still trading. But yeah, definitely follow me for more. I'll be back tomorrow. Appreciate all you guys, your support, and those of you guys who've been hanging out here for a while and chatting and everything. It's been a good time, good stream. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Be smart, patient, and good luck to everyone who's still trading. Have a good rest of your day. See ya.